Let me ask you, there are a lot of different theories about your father's assassination and what happened and who did it. And so I know a lot of the people in the room, like myself, are interested in your thoughts in terms of what is true. Which theory is true, and what do you believe?
Well, you know, what I can say is when we learn about Thomas Jefferson and George Washington, we learn about the contributions each of them made to society. When we learn about Malcolm X and Dr. King, we're usually taught to choose one over the other. And when we think of who Malcolm really was, right, because the image of Malcolm and the image of Dr. King were inaccurate. And so when you're told that Malcolm is something that he isn't and Dr. King is something that he isn't, you have the ability to control the minds of young people. I don't think that the entity that orchestrated my father's assassination wanted young men to be upright, forthright, brilliant, assertive, all the things that my father was. And so certainly he was going to be killed in Paris, in France, and that government said, we don't want that in the history books that he was killed on our soil. So they waited for him to come back to the US. And it wasn't the Nation of Islam that was in France.
So that says a lot in and of itself, right?
Because I think what they do is they try to make it seem as though Malcolm was nothing. Malcolm was irrelevant. And he was in this little small organization of a bunch of black Negroes, and they got, you know, jealous of one another and shot each other, when it was so much bigger than that. Malcolm made a significant impact on people all around the world when it comes to violations of our human rights. He very significant. The largest forced migration of a people in the history of mankind.
Yes.